There is no decade that gets as much self-help advice content like the 20s. I think that's because so many of us feel super, super lost. At least I felt super, super lost when I was 20. I thought I had it all figured out, but I didn't. And here are 10 things that I would have benefited from learning 6 years ago. Number one is especially for the girlies, and that is that female friendships are the most important relationships in your life. A partner can never make up for the joy, the comfort, the understanding that you can gain from your female friendships. I think this is really something that over the years I start to appreciate more and more. These are the people that make my life worth living, that make me feel seen and understood. The energy that you get from your female friendships is just so nurturing and loving. And there's nothing that I love more than my friends. My advice is definitely invest in your female friendships, because those are going to be the important ones. Those will be the friendships that are there when you're hungover, when you have a terrible day, when you get laid off, when he's ghosting you for the 5th time. Your girls, they will be there, and therefore see this as an investment. Don't prioritize someone you're dating over your female friends. And this is something that I definitely did not know at 20 when I just came out of a 5-year relationship. I didn't know how important this is and how much more time I should have invested actually in this relationship rather than my romantic relationship. Number 2, and this might come as a shocker, but your mom is actually right. Not about everything, of course, but you spend the majority of your teenager years trying to unlearn everything that your parents have taught you, trying to resist against your mom's advice, your mom's habits, which is good. That's exactly this phase of resistance that you need to grow into yourself. But there comes a time in your life where you'll be like, maybe my mom is not my enemy and she is trying her best. And I have learned that as I got older, I actually see more and more of my mom in me, and I love those parts. So that's definitely something that I wish I would have learned a bit earlier, because you never know how much time you have with your parents, you know, and there were months or years where I felt so angry and so ungrateful and so misunderstood that I couldn't really accept that she still wants me to be safe and thrive, and that she does love me unconditionally, and that she is a good person, and that sometimes actually your mom is actually right, even though it doesn't feel like that, and it is sometimes hard to admit. This is definitely something that I've learned over the last couple years. Number 4 relates to documenting more things. Take more pictures, take more videos, vlog. I have not once in my life regretted taking a picture, but I have regretted not taking one. So even in the moment when you think it's cringe to whip out your camera or to ask a stranger to take a picture of you and your family on vacation, you will not regret this. Not once have I thought, oh, I really should have not taken this picture. No. I am so grateful for the 60,000 pictures I have in my camera roll. Because they're memories. They are a visual representation of my life, of the life I have lived over the last 6 years. And I wouldn't want to miss any one of them. So document your life, take videos of your friends, take videos of yourself. You will not regret this. Quite the opposite, actually. And it's not like you have to do anything with it. Just having something available to look back at a time in your life where you maybe things were not going so well or things were going super well. You will be grateful later on to have this evidence of a life well lived. So I wish I would have actually taken more pictures. And very closely tied to taking more pictures in number 4 is actually that everybody knows already what you look like. And this does not seem like a crazy thought, but I see so many people still now in their 20s, 30s, 40s, they have this flinch when they get photographed. And I think that's so sad and unfortunate, because the reason why a lot of people have this reaction is because they're uncomfortable in front of a camera. And of course, you don't have to go out and be your most comfortable, authentic self when somebody's recording you or filming you. That's not what I mean. A lot of the time, we are insecure or scared to be photographed because we are not happy with ourselves and therefore not happy with the result. But, and that's exactly why I said everybody knows already what you look like. You don't have to be afraid of the picture because everybody around you knows exactly you look like this. For them, this is not a shocker. It's just a shocker for you because you're not used to seeing yourself. And the more you see yourself, the more comfortable you grow, the less you flinch when somebody's whipping out a camera and you get this like urge to, make yourself smaller. That's actually your cue to make yourself bigger. Because you deserve to be in a picture. And what if the picture looks horrible? Oh my God. There are more ugly pictures of me than good pictures. And who cares? So definitely take more pictures and then also learn to see yourself. Get used to your face. Get used to your body. Because everybody else already is. And they still love you and they still like you. So it's not that deep. Another very comforting thought, actually, or piece of advice that I would like to travel back in time to tell myself is that there is no wrong way to do the next 5 years, the next 6 years, the next 10 years. Everything is a win if experience is the goal. This is a philosophy that has accompanied me over the last couple of years, but that was definitely not always the case. I felt so scared of making the wrong move, taking the wrong career path, choosing the wrong study program, moving to the wrong place. But the thing is, there is no wrong place. As long as you move, you win. Everything gets you closer to the place where you'll eventually want to be. And if that takes 5 years, 10 years, 15, 30, doesn't matter. But you have to move. You can't take the wrong step, but you have to move in some direction. Here, I would also advise you actually to do more side quests, which is a video I made last week, to figure out more of what you actually like and what you don't like, to see maybe what your next path will take you on. Okay, coming in at number 6. This is also, if I could just build a time machine, go to my 20-year-old self that just moved in her shared flat for the first time with 2 roommates, freshly single, I would go back, shake her, and yell in her face, you're not done yet. You are going to change so much. It can take up to 25 years for your frontal lobe in your brain to fully develop. And only once that is completed, you truly are settled in your personality. What I can see from myself and all my friends around me, especially my female friends, this is so true. There is something, for me, this happened around 23, 24. There was a snap, and all of a sudden I was like, I'm a woman. Oh my God, I'm now like becoming myself. I am so much more stable. I'm so much more secure. I have this clarity, and I don't know how else to describe it because it's so intense. It's like you were wearing milky glasses your entire life and then you take them off and suddenly it all makes sense. So it's like an epiphany that you're finally a human and that you're aware and that you know what you like. And I did not expect it to be this invasive in my personality and life when I was 20, because back then I felt so sure of myself. I thought I knew it all. I thought this is just how I am. And there are a lot of parts of me that definitely stayed the same. Like, I've always been a really loud woman. I've always been a very confident woman. But as my frontal lobe has fully developed now, hopefully, I can definitely attest as well that not everything I said back then is the ultimate truth and still relates to how I am today. So you will change, and that's an amazing thing because it only gets better. Number 7 is something that especially young women struggle with a lot, but I also see this type of imposter syndrome with guys as well. And here my advice would be, or the lesson that I really, really want to give my younger self, is that you don't need to earn your seat at the table. You don't need to earn your right to speak up. You're allowed to have an opinion and you're allowed to voice that, whether you're still in school or in university or also in a professional context. So often we think that what we have to say, no matter how valuable it might be, we are not allowed to voice it because we haven't earned the right yet. We haven't worked hard enough. We don't have 10 years experience in the field. But that's not how you get further, and that's also not how you bring the rest of your surroundings further. Voice your opinions, voice your ideas. The worst thing that can happen is that, okay, people think that you're stupid. So what? So what? If you don't say anything at all, people don't have the chance to have an opinion on you at all. And you might surprise yourself or the people around you with the value that you can add to important conversations. What you can bring to the table is your unique life experience. And no matter what other professional or educational experience other people might have, they don't have your unique life experience. So whatever you have to say is valuable given that context. Okay, number 8 might seem a bit counterintuitive, and I think for a lot of 20-year-olds this actually does not apply, but for me it does, and that is party more. Go out more, go to the club, go to the bar, go to a festival, go crazy. I was very type A. I was really organized and clean, and I think for 15 years of my life my bed was made every single day. And I'm not a big drinker. I'm still not, but you also don't have to be. You can just party sober. There's really no need to revert to drinks to have fun. In the last 3 years, I think the parties that I went to are some of my most valued memories. This is where I had the most fun. This is where I felt so alive and young. For the first 3 years of my 20s, I was so focused on having a healthy lifestyle or having a balanced approach to life or trying to feel morally superior because I didn't go out or didn't go to the club. Please just do it. Oh my God. It's fine. You will never be this young, this hot, and this alive again. So might as well go to the club and shake your booty. Number 9 is something that I want to tell myself, but I also still have to learn. This is something that I'm really bad at this. And that is that you do not have to answer every single question. I am an oversharer, which can be a great thing because it allows me to build authentic relationships really fast. However, sometimes I give insight into my personal life to people that maybe don't deserve to have this insight. And it's purely my own fault because I always think if somebody is asking me a question, I have to answer honestly. You don't. If people ask you uncomfortable questions and you don't want to answer them, don't do it. And if you only figure out afterwards, oh, actually I didn't really want to share that, then you know for next time. So you don't need to answer every single question. You don't need to give everybody that asks you personal questions, or not even personal questions, but just things that ask questions that you don't feel comfortable with answering, an answer. And this is something that I'm still working on. That brings me to the last point, or the last piece of advice, and that is that there is a place for you. There is a place where you belong. There is a place where you feel aligned. And if you don't feel like that now, there will be that place in the future. You just have to seek it out. Some people are born in the place that they were meant to be, and that's so lucky. And if you are there, then congratulations. But for some, it takes a bit longer to figure out where that place is. Where do you belong? Where are your people? But you will find them. And if you feel a little bit out of place where you're at right now, this is your cue to search for something better. Because there is something better out there. There's a better job. There's a better city. There's a better house. There is a better partner for you. If you're not 100% happy. And I'm not saying that everything needs to be perfect and roses, but you should have this inner peace knowing, oh yeah, this is the place for me. For example, I know Amsterdam is the place for me. Even though I have shitty days here, I doubt myself all the time. I have bad things happen to me here. but I just know this is the place where I am meant to be. And this place will also exist for you. And if it doesn't feel like that right now, then trust that it is going to come. You will feel like you belong at some point. And the magic of your 20s is that you have so much time to figure out where exactly that will be and how to get there. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you could extract some value from this. I would love to know if any of the 10 things that I've mentioned apply to you as well, or if any of them relate to your situation the best. If you're still here and watching, thank you so much. Have a lovely day, or don't. I don't tell you what to do. Bye bye.